Okay, now it's time to see what I can do with this. I got this for 99 cents at a thrift store. And I got this for 49 cents. I'll probably put inside it. And it's a salt shaker, so got to figure out some way to disguise that. But I'm hoping to make it like crackle paint and make it look really old and hope the paint sticks, so we'll see what I can do. Okay, so far I've put some of this on it, and it's been rainy for days, and I took it outside to paint it, and it feels sticky. It even sticks to this bag. So I'm gonna kind of sloppily go over it with this. Let's see if it tells the color on the front. Ballet slippers. And maybe that chalk paint, because I'm gonna stick some molded putty to it, and I mean that just feels like I could like scrape it off, so maybe the chalk paint will help the putty stick to it better. But I'll put a layer of that on and be right back. Okay, I went ahead and painted the little ceiling part up in there with some glue and that from Walmart, just where I get the crackle effect. So now I'm gonna do this. I tried to take this birdhouse apart where I could get to the back better, but it didn't work out. So I'll just have to try to work on it through this opening. Spray my glue. And I don't know, as far as the crackles going one way or another, I don't know if it's which way you paint on the glue or you paint on the paint, so I'll just do different. Let me know if y'all know. So kind of wrap that brush up. And I'm just putting it on really thick and sloppy on it, like old looking. And you know, it's supposed to rebrush over it, so I want to make sure it covers good. Because if you keep brushing over and over, you might not get the crackle effect. And I'll go back and fix my blobs on the edges after a while. I wish I could have got it apart. I probably could have if I'd kept trying, but I decided not to. Okay, and I'll cut on my hair dryer, so we might have a little noise if you want to adjust your volume. Let's see what we get. Some pretty big cracks. But back here, I'm trying to decide. I thought about using the putty and maybe this. It's made for cake decorating. I could stamp that design in it, in the putty, and then glue it back there. And then maybe paint some leaves with stencil, either on top of the brick or just use the stencil, not the brick, because I'm afraid if I get too much weight in the back, it'll want to hang like that instead of straight up. So, let's see, and I thought about this design in the back. I think that's cake decorating also. This, I got either at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. I hit them both the same day, so I don't know. And that's what it is. And what else was I thinking? Well, I found some little keys. I'll probably put a key on it somewhere. But let me figure out what I'm going to do from here, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I decided I'm going to try to make the brick wall, and this is what I'm using. I got it at Walmart. And I figure I can always, like if I hang it and it's heavier in the back and tilts, I can add some weight under here to the front, maybe. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But, I don't want it a solid wall. I want it to look like a broken wall. Let me get over here where you can see. I'm going to try to make it fairly thin, I guess. I don't have a rolling pin, all that fancy stuff, so just working on what I got. And I'm wondering if maybe, like, well, I'll show you when I pull this off. I'm wondering if, looks pretty good, don't it? I ain't never used that. Even with the places that wasn't filled in good, it just makes it look better. I don't know what this little, that's a little dot on there. I'm wondering if I can paint this and everything and then lay it in the bird cage glued down. I'm gonna use wood glue probably to glue it down. But, that's pretty much what I don't like those little things, but I guess I can get rid of them. That's what I'm going to be doing, I think. Okay, I've put them together. The two pieces here. I'm going to remove it and see how it looks if I can get it off. Well, okay, got that one off. I can cover the parts I don't like up with a vine or something. Okay, now I'm just going to take some different color chalk paints. I'm going to use a little of the yellow. Well, it's called Maize. I'll just put it in a few places. Don't want a lot of it. And then I got cashew. Yeah, I like that color. I'll put a good bit of it. It stinks like mildew. I've had the other ones do that. I don't know why. I've never made one of these, so I'm just kind of experimenting. Okay, here's some ivory. I might get a little green also. And then the plaster color. Run out of fingers. That looks about like the ivory, don't it? Okay. I'll get my green. And this one is called Moss. I don't know how this will work, but I'm gonna try it. Let's just mix some. I'll start in the lighter areas. Let this dry. Okay, now I'm back to my stuff that I've used in a video where I changed the flower pots. That was fish. And I call it glaze, but it's Floetrol, I think, with a little dark paint in it. And so I'll put that on it. Hopefully I ain't goofing up, because I don't have too much luck with this stuff. Yeah, let me... pour some more to get in all the cracks over here. Yeah, I don't know proper technique for all these things, but I just work with what I got. Okay. Make sure it's on the edges. And then I'm gonna probably have to get another bag shortly. I might have to move it because I got a puddle right there in the middle. Okay. Hopefully it ain't taking my paint off. So, might need a little more color. I don't know what color though. Maybe a lighter color. I don't want to get too dark in there. Let's see. Cashew's dark. We'll try. Yeah, we'll try the plaster. I'll just put a little somewhere if I can find a semi-clean spot. Kind of wipe off this same brush I was using. Just keep dabbing it around. I hate having to let stuff dry before I can go to the next step. I got my blow dryer out before. Okay. That looks decent. So, let this dry, and then I'm going to try to, I guess, paint some leaves or something on it. Okay, it's kind of a busy stencil. I'm not sure I'll like it, but I guess I'll try it. Okay, get a little green on here. It's just the same brush I was using. I wiped it off. Just dab it over here. This may not look good, I don't know. One way to find out. Let's peek. Yeah. Not crazy about it. Okay, I don't know what I was doing when the battery went dead, but I gave up on the green stencil and just kind of went around it with the cashew color and the ivory color again. So what green's left's just part of the brick. And now I can't find my wood glue, so I'm gonna try to use tacky glue. I've never used tacky glue to glue it into the bird cage. I keep wanting to say birdhouse. Let's see. I've dumped some of the tacky glue in there. I'm just gonna smear it around. Oh, that stuff's thick. Goodness. It's tacky. Okay. Hopefully it'll hold it. And hopefully this ain't too big. Let me try to line up the straight edge over here. Okay. And then we'll wait and wait and wait and let that dry. Oh, I gotta cut this off with my paint fingers. Okay, I found some little flowers I'm thinking about putting around the rock work in it. but I don't like that color for this, so I'm gonna try to put some of this ballet slipper paint on them, see how that looks. I kind of like to keep the inside of it a little darker, I guess. I don't know if it's gonna happen. And I'll probably, these plastic stems, I'll probably put some of that green paint on them just where they don't look so plastic. Let's see. Yeah, I might have to get them a little lighter, I think. I'll be working on that. Okay, I went back and added, well, I flipped it around where this, I had the straight edge on top, and I took it out and flipped it around. It was kind of hard to do with that tacky glue. And I added some more white because I wanted to kind of blend in with it. And I've painted the little flowers that I'll be adding to it. And I'm going to make some shapes with these molds. And now this one was out of the cake decorating section at Walmart, and this one was probably Michael's. It was Michael's or Hobby Lobby, I can't ever remember which. And I'll be gluing them on here while it's still pink. And then I'll put glue all over everything. And while the glue's still tacky, not the tacky glue, but school glue. While the school glue is still kind of tacky, I'll put on the plaster paint, and then hopefully get some good crackling. And of course I'll paint these that I have glued to it also. Okay, I wanted to show you how I do this putty in case you're not familiar with working with it. I'm not a pro by any means. It's a little sloppy, but I'm never a neat worker with this stuff. That's why I have a lot of my walls texture painted in my house. One thing, me and my ex, we had put up sheetrock, and we didn't really know what we were doing, so texture paint came in handy, because it wasn't smooth at all. Okay, I kind of get rid of the excess. This is kind of drying up. I've been using this same wood for a little bit, putting the other pieces on there. And let's see if I can get some more off. Sometimes I rip a whole hunk out of it. And I try to get these little feather things pushed back so I don't have to deal with them later. And since I'm wanting it old and looking and all, it doesn't have to be precise. You probably won't see me make too many things where things gotta be just so-so, because I ain't a so-so kind of person. Okay, and getting this out is trick. Okay, I just and there's probably mold release or something you can get. I was gonna get some the other day and it was outrageous. I don't know why I'm so cheap about some things I'm not. But okay, and I got that off. Now I hope tacky glue holds good, because I couldn't find my wood glue. I believe I am the most cluttered and unorganized person that I know, as far as my house, my shop, everything. It's just terrible. I need intervention. Let's see. And then I'll just get this glue spread on this and wipe my finger. Looks good against pink, but I'm gonna go over the pink, so. Well, that just happened to work out that, what, 3 pieces went from one side of the little door to the other. And I put a little piece up here. I don't know what I'll do with it, but. And I had left that label on because I wasn't even going to try to get that label off. And then I put a piece right there. And I got to figure out what I want to do on the floor. But yeah, the back is definitely heavier. So of course it could be a tabletop one instead of a hanging one. And I'm thinking about putting some of this facing downward across here. I'm not sure what I'll do. Okay, so far I've put some of the different shapes on it. Let's see. I put some across the bottom. And I put kind of like a beat up tile floor. The paint's still wet. And I think my brick wall settled. Let's see if but that's alright. And I just got all this on it. So now I'm fixing to paint some glue on the surfaces. And then when it's just a little tacky, usually I don't even wait for it to get tacky. I'll go over it with white paint. And then hopefully some of the pink will show through in the crackle. And then I'll be right back. Okay. What I've done so far is I put these on, glued them on with the tacky glue, and I can't remember where I stopped last time. I put the school glue. I got this one from Dollar Tree. That's what I've been using. It kind of has an odor though, but I put it a little too thick on top, so I had to go back and add a little more white, but it's not looking old enough to me. So what I'm doing here, let's see if you can see it, is I'm letting that dry a little. What is that, Debbie's Design Diary? She'll freeze paint, and I think she lets it dry a little, and then, like, you know, scrapes up some and adds to her projects to make them look old. But my wall just keeps sinking. But I put the flowers in there, and the swing, or perch, I guess. And then I put that design on the floor with the putty. And I'm not real wild about the back, but it'll work. I put the glue on kind of thin on the back. I think that was the problem. But a little too thick here. But now I'm gonna, let's see if I can find something. A little screwdriver will work. I want to add some, like right in here. Let me turn it that way a little more. Let's see. Oh, that's dried right there. Just, well. That might work. Looks like some old paint. I'm trying to get that to stay up. Put some glue in there, but I think that ages it a little bit. I need to be in bed. That's helping. You know, I kind of liked it better when I had it pink with the lacy look stuff on it. But it's white now. It ain't going back to pink. But now I know I like pink ones. With the white trim. And I'll I'll do this in random places. And then I'll be back. Okay, you know me. I've changed my mind again. I'm going to remove these little flowers and put these flowers in. This is just some flowers I've had for years. Some of them are peachy looking and some of them are more pink. Just put a few of them in there. I think that might look better. And I'm thinking about hitting some high spots with the white. And let's see, I put a lot of I think I showed y'all how I will. Let me scoot back a little. Oh, wrong way. How I'll scrape up dry paint. Get some of this wet, and then I'll get these dry pieces, and then just stick it on there, give it an old look. And I'm thinking about sealing the whole thing. Let's hope that don't make it too shiny looking. And I found this at the thrift store today, and what I'm gonna do is have it to where it'll sit on this and it can be hung on a wall. I don't know if I'll keep it or not, but I thought about putting it on a stand, but I think something like that is not, you know, really useful, and it's not a light, so maybe just hanging on the wall as a decoration would be better. So I'll change the flowers out and hit some high spots with the white and paint my hanger. And then I'm trying to figure out what I'll put. See, the bottom still looks like a toy, so I gotta figure out what to do about that. And I'll attach the little key somewhere on there, little pink key, put the bird in there, and hopefully I don't change my mind about anything between now and then. I'll be back. Okay, this is the bottom of the bird cage, and I've hot glued it to that stand. It'll be secure enough because it just sits up there pretty good anyway. And I had started gluing the feathers on first, and I had to rip them off because I couldn't see what I was doing. So, if you're going to do something like this, don't start with the feathers. Okay, now I'm just going to start in the back. And add the feathers all the way around. Okay, and then I'll hang it up and show you what it looks like. Okay, I got my bird cage finished. It turned out good. I added a lot of stuff. I just couldn't, I was like, something's missing. So I just kept adding things. Up here I got this little, what'd they call it? It's like see-through ribbon at Dollar Tree. And then there's some of the feathers on the boas you can get at Dollar Tree. And I tied some of these little pink and white beads up here. And I don't know if I had told you that I changed the color of the wall back there. I made the pink grout and painted it white. The other color just didn't go with it well. And there's my little bird. I didn't do anything to the holes in its head. I figure, well, maybe they won't show. And I changed those flowers. And there's the other side. You can kind of see the thing it's sitting on. And this is not where it's going to stay. It's just a place I found to hang it. And under here, you can see the metal. And on the key, I kind of went over it a little bit with the white. And that's about it. And I wanted to tell you, if you're gluing single feathers, if you have the space and you can cut the bottom feathers off and just have hot glue on the stem, it makes it a lot easier. Or gather up the bottom feathers before you stick it in the glue, because it's really hard to glue them singly. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty. Tell me what you think. And if you like it, hit like, and that'll help me out a lot. And subscribe. And thanks for watching.